Welcome to the course MTH 305A. Here we study the differential geometry of curves and surfaces. So this is the first lecture on curves and surfaces. Uh, we study differential curves and surfaces in the Euclidean plane Rn for mainly for n equal to 2 and 3. So, well, there are mainly two aspects to study the differential geometry of curves and surfaces. So, these are classical differential geometry and global differential geometry. So, today's topics are following. So, topics definition. So, definitions and examples. So, curves and surfaces. So basically there are two aspects, as I said. So first one is classical differential geometry, and second one is global differential geometry. So here is study of local properties of curves and surfaces, and here study of entire curves and surfaces, study of entire curves and surfaces. Okay, so local properties, for example, um, tangent, normal, curvature, torsion, etc. And for example, global differential geometry, that is entire curves and surface, study of entire curves and surfaces. For example, here is study isoperimetric inequality, isoperimetric inequality. So, isoperimetric inequality mainly says that if you have some simple and closed curve, let's say alpha. So suppose this is alpha, any simple and closed curve in R2. So this is x-axis, this is y-axis, and such a curve divide the Euclidean plane R2 into two regions. So this is the interior part, this is bounded region. So and exterior part is unbounded, and this interior part we denoted by interior of alpha. Then isoperimetric inequality says that 4 pi times area of interior part of alpha, this is always less or equal to uh, length of alpha square. And furthermore, equality holds if and only if alpha is a circle. So this is example of global uh, differential geometry. So to study the classical differential geometry and global differential geometry. So we use the method. So method used or tool differential calculus. So basically we extract geometric properties using differential calculus. So let us go to the first item, definitions. So this is page 1. So next page is page 2. So definitions. So this is the first item. Okay, so let us recall the definition of Euclidean space for n belongs to set of naturals, or n, this is Euclidean space of dimension n, which is the set of all n tuples x1 and so on xn, such that xi belongs to R for I lies between 1 and n. So this is Euclidean space of dimension n, and in particular for n equal to 2, this is R2, this is called Euclidean plane, or simply we call it as plane. And for n equal to 3, R3, this is space or Euclidean space of dimension 3. And pictorially, this is the coordinate system for R3. So this is x-axis, this is y-axis, and this is z-axis. So this is coordinate system for R3, and you know this is x-axis and this is y-axis. This is coordinate system for R2. Okay, so before going to the definition of curve, or maybe, or more precisely differentiable curve, let us consider. So let us consider some examples. So example. So well, let us consider f1 of x comma y. This is equal to y minus 2x minus 1. Then C1, this is equal to set up all points in R2, x comma y belongs to R2, such that f1 of x comma y, this is equal to 0. So what is this? Pictorially, this is basically a straight line. Okay, so straight line passing through minus half comma 0 and 0 comma 1. Okay, so this is a straight line, and one may represent this straight line equivalently, like alpha of t, this is equal to t comma 1 plus 2 t. Okay, where t belongs to R. Then the set C can be C1 can be written as alpha of t such that t belongs to R, and well, here alpha is a function from R to R2. Okay, and for every real t you get some point t comma 1 plus 2t, which is in the set C1. Now we consider the next example. So consider f2 x comma y, this is equal to x square minus y, and then C2, this is equal to the set of all points x comma y in R2 such that f2 of x comma y, this is equal to 0, and this is the pictorially this is the set C2, this is the set C2, this is x axis, this is y axis, and here also, so alpha, so last function was here we have used alpha, so instead of alpha let us use alpha 1, and let us write alpha 2. So equivalently one can write alpha 2 function from R to the Euclidean plane R2 defined by alpha 2 of t, this is equal to t comma t square. Okay, so then C2 equal to alpha 2 of t such that t belongs to R. And more example, f3 x comma y, this is equal to x square plus y square minus 1, and C3 equal to set of all points, similarly set of all points x comma y belongs to R2 such that f of x, f3 of x comma y, this is equal to 0, and pictorially this is the so this is the set C2. So C2 is a curve, and here C3, this is the curve circle. So this is C3 circle with center at origin 0 comma 0 and radius 1, and similarly one can define a function alpha 3 from R to R2, so this is R1, so real line to R2 defined by alpha 3 of t, this is equal to cos t comma sin t. So similarly C3 equal to alpha 3 of t such that t belongs to R. Okay, fine. So all of these are so examples of smooth curve. Okay, and so this is example 3. So basically we extract geometric properties of curves using differential calculus. So we use definition of curves that is easy for computations. So, so here we use the definition. So definition. So we use parameterized uh, parametric definition of curves, that is uh, parameterized differential curves. Okay, so the definition is following: a curve, a smooth map alpha from open interval a comma b to Rn, where minus infinity lesser equal to a less than strictly less than b lesser equal to plus infinity. So a and b, so a less than strictly less than b can take value, can take value at plus minus infinity. For example, when a equal to minus infinity and b equal to plus infinity, then the open interval a comma b, that is equal to whole real line. Okay, so a smooth map, this is called precisely a parameterized differential curve, called a parameterized differential or differentiable curve. And uh, if so, another definition, let alpha from open interval a comma b to Rn be a parameterized differential curve, then so if n equal to 2, then alpha is called uh, a plane curve. And if n equal to, let's say, 3, then alpha is called a space curve. Okay, so now we give examples of parameterized differential curves. So this is the second item, examples. So here we start with number 1, alpha defined from R to R2 alpha of t, this is equal to t comma 1 minus 1 plus 2t. So this is we have seen earlier. So this is basically so image of alpha, this is equal to alpha t such that t belongs to R, and pictorially this is the curve. So this is x coordinate axis, this is the curve, this is basically straight line passing through 0 comma 1 and minus half comma 0. And second example, alpha t, this is equal to t comma t square for all t belongs to R, and so this is parabola. Example 3. So here I would like to mention one point. So instead of this, if you consider alpha star, this is equal to alpha star t, this is equal to t power cube comma t power 6, or alpha double star, uh, this is equal to of t, this is equal to 2t comma 4 times t square. Okay, so then image of alpha equal to image of alpha star, this is equal to image of alpha double star. So all of these are parabola and have the same picture. Okay, and so from here we make a comment. There are infinitely many curves. So with same image. Well, so here we have the next example, alpha of t, this is equal to cos cube t comma sine cube t. So this is another example. So this is the curve corresponding to the function f of x comma y. This is equal to x power 2 by 3 plus y power 2 by 3 minus 1. So set up all zeros of this function. So that is the curve, parameterized curve alpha in example 3. So next example. So the picture for example 3 is following. So this is 1 comma 0, this is minus 1 comma 0, and this is 0 comma 1, and this is 0 comma minus 1. So one can see this is the image. So this is the image or trace of the curve given in the last example. So these are curved, not line segment. Okay, so now example. So example 4. Consider alpha t. So this is a space curve alpha t. This is equal to a cos t comma a sin t comma b times t. T belongs to R. So this is circular helix with radius. This is called circular helix. A circular helix of radius a and pitch 2 pi times b. So I'll explain. So this is the picture. So this is z axis and this is y, this is x axis, y axis, and this is z axis. Okay, so radius is a, and pitch means the distance between two vertical points. So this is 2 pi times b. Okay, so this is circular helix, so picture is very bad. So well, anyway, so let us go to the next example, example 5. Alpha t, this is equal to t cube comma t square for t belongs to R. Okay, and picture of this is following. So this is of course a differentiable curve. So this is the differential plane curve. So the picture of this is given by this is the so this is not straight line, this is curved. Okay, well, so in this example, so one can see that um, so in this example one can see that alpha prime of 0, this is equal to 0 comma 0. This is a differentiable curve, but the derivative of alpha at the point 0, this is equal to 0. So this is a bad point. That the point where derivative is 0, that is a bad point. So for example, so if you look at example 2, so this is a differentiable curve alpha prime of t, this is equal to 1 comma 2 t, and this is non-zero for all t belongs to R. Okay, and while if you see alpha star has derivative equal to 3t square comma 6t power 5. So this is also differentiable curve, but at t equal to 0, alpha star has derivative 0. So such a parameterization we call bad parameterization. Okay, and finally we give a non-example. Alpha t, this is equal to t comma absolute value of t, and the curve is this is continuous, but alpha is continuous curve but not differentiable at 0, at t equal to 0. Okay, so let me stop now. So next time I'll give more examples. So thank you.